private investment. Through the platforms of advocacy, information, and education, we engage daily with Metro Atlanta's 86 local governments. Quality Growth connects and advocates for those in the growth and development industry by working at the intersection of public policy and private investment. Through the platforms of advocacy, information, and education, we engage daily with Metro Atlanta's 86 local governments and on regional and statewide issues that impact our members' ability to do business. The Council is your advocate, ensuring that regulatory policies support quality development and help communities thrive with strong planning and infrastructure for a prosperous economy. We are your source for information, providing resources to stay abreast of all issues affecting growth and development in the Metro Atlanta region and state. And we're the region's educator, convening our industry with our public partners through signature events, member roundtables, policy discussions, and educational forums, strengthening your understanding and your connections across city and county lines. Our engaged members, representing more than 300 companies across all sectors of development, contribute to the Council's mission of promoting balanced and responsible growth across Metro Atlanta and Georgia. Get involved in the issues that not only affect you, but impact the way our region will continue to grow and thrive for future generations. Join the Council today.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage our hosts for today's State of the County Address. Michael Paris, President and CEO of the Council for Quality Growth, and Frankie Atwater, President and CEO of the DeKalb County Chamber of Commerce.
And the sun came out in DeKalb County, everybody. Welcome. I'm Michael Paris, President and CEO of the Council for Quality Growth. It's my pleasure to welcome each and every one of you. This is a sellout crowd to the 2026 State of DeKalb County Address.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is great. We're in DeKalb County. How about that? My name is Frankie Atwater, and I'm the President and CEO of the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce, and it's great to be here with you this afternoon. There's so many great things that you're going to hear about, but I don't want to give it away. Madam CEO has a lot that she's going to discuss, and I think we'll enjoy every moment of that.
That's right, Frankie. Lots of surprises coming. So today marks the final of 8 State of the County addresses the Council for Quality Growth is hosting this year in 2026. And what a great sold-out crowd we have here today for this grand finale. We value the opportunity to bring together the public sector with the business community in this way across the Metro region year after year, and I would especially like to thank CEO Cochran-Johnson for her partnering with us once again to host this wonderful State of the County Address. We hope you will join us next week on May 14th for our 21st annual Meet and Greet signature event honoring our local and state elected officials at the Plaza at Colony Square. And on August 14th, the Council will host the 6th Annual Intersection Quality Development Conference at City Springs in the Byers Theater. Tickets and sponsorship opportunities are now available, and we look forward to you being with us at these future events.
We are honored to be back at Assembly Atlanta for the special occasion. It is truly an exciting time in DeKalb, and I would like to extend our sincere thanks to CEO Lorraine Cochran-Johnson for her unwavering support for the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce and the small business community, and we are so deeply appreciated for that. Her leadership continues to make DeKalb a dynamic place to live, work, and do business. We invite you to join us for our upcoming signature events, including the Small Business Summit in partnership with our friend and our CEO, Lorraine Cochran-Johnson. The DeKalb Valor Awards. Join us for that. Make sure you bring a pocket square hanky in your pocket. We celebrate an opportunity at the Valor Awards to recognize our public safety officers and what they continue to do in partnership here in DeKalb County. We'll also be celebrating the DeKalb City Summit, and that's an event where you come and you hear a lot about our mayors. Our mayors talk about their plans, their projects, things that are going on in our 13 cities here in DeKalb County. I invite you to be a part of that so you can hear a lot of the growth and economic development, the plans that are going on in DeKalb County. This is a nice opportunity to support your chamber and DeKalb County as well.
Thank you, Frankie. So now, before we bring up our first speaker, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our incredible partners here at Assembly Atlanta and Gray Media for welcoming us to this terrific soundstage and for their collaboration in making today's event possible. I would especially like to thank Gray Media's Chairman of the Board and CEO, Hilton Howell, Justin Campbell, Myra Garcia, Sidney Jack, Greg Gamble, C.G. Bahadar, you know C.G., I was going to mess that up, Bahadar, and everyone who has worked behind the scenes to make all of this happen. So, and now, please welcome, on behalf of Assembly Studios, Hilton Howell III, Senior Business Director of Gray Media. Hilton?
Hello, I'm DeKalb County CEO Lorraine Cochran-Johnson, and I've got an exciting message for you. Something big is happening right here in DeKalb County. Soon, fans from across the globe will descend right here in our community, uniting for the largest sporting event on the planet. In fact, right here at Assembly Atlanta, our partners and friends are preparing to host Telemundo Atlanta's Football Fest. This event will feature cultural activations, soccer activities, and a watch party for everyone to enjoy. With worldwide attention on the region, DeKalb is preparing to welcome visitors, support international engagement, and showcase everything our community has to offer. Through coordinated efforts with DeKalb United, local partners, and strategic planning, we are positioning DeKalb County as a hub for opportunity both before, during, and beyond this world-class sporting event. From local businesses to community organizations, this is a chance to connect, grow, and shine on a global stage. DeKalb County is ready. Are you?
Hey everybody, I'm incredibly excited to welcome you here to Assembly Studios. I'm Hilton Howell III, and we're so happy that you're here. We're honored to be in a room filled with the leaders, partners, and visionaries that help shape the future of this county every single day. I'd like to begin by acknowledging Madam CEO, Lorraine Cochran-Johnson. Welcome back. It's always such a pleasure to see you in person. We're glad to have you with us again and appreciate your continued support and leadership and commitment to DeKalb County. I also want to recognize the Mayor of Doraville, Joseph Geierman. Thank you for being here and for your partnership in driving growth and opportunity across our communities. DeKalb County isn't just a place on the map for me. It's always been personal. I grew up spending time around the corner at Gray Media's offices in Brookhaven on Peachtree Road, watching firsthand how local businesses operate, grow, and contribute to the fabric of a community. Some of my earliest memories are tied to the energy of this county, grabbing meals at local restaurants across Buford Highway, and experiencing the incredible diversity that makes this place so unique and makes me proud to call home. There's a sense of culture here that is simply not found anywhere else in the world. And when I think about that connection, I can't help but think about what's happening right here at Assembly. It still amazes me every day as I come into the office and see the transformation that's happening here. Today, Assembly Studios is home to major film and television productions, as well as a strong partnership with NBC Universal, bringing new energy, new jobs, and new visibility to DeKalb County. Beyond the Gates, one of the industry-leading soap operas, is being filmed just across the pond, and to no one's surprise, just renewed for 2 new seasons. Cape Fear, the series, a project by Martin Scorsese and Steven Spielberg, was produced right on the other side of the wall, debuts this summer on Apple TV. As a creative myself, it's truly remarkable that we have something in this city, and specifically in this county, that brings in some of the largest and most successful filmmakers in the world. In just a few days, this stage that we're sitting in will become a tennis court, home to a high-energy tennis league called Intense. And last Friday, also in this room, we hosted the Atlanta Film Society's Image Awards Gala, where Will Packer, Josh Brolin, Carrie Preston, and many others won an award, including some other guy named Hilton Howell, my dad. But that's just the beginning. As we look ahead, there's a lot to be excited about. You may have noticed the large structure that's currently under construction in our park. That's our new band shell, also nicknamed the Pringle, for obvious reasons. It will serve as a gathering place for outdoor events, performances, and community moments that bring people together in new ways, with our first event being the Telemundo Football Fest for the FIFA World Cup, which you saw in the video. We have always found it immensely important to give creatives not only a place to create, but also a place to share their creations alongside the communities that surround it. To everyone in this room, our business leaders, our city and county officials, thank you. Your work, your collaboration, and your investment into this community are what make progress possible. We're proud of where we've been, energized by where we are, and incredibly optimistic about where we're going. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Cochran-Johnson, DeKalb County Board of Commissioners Deputy Presiding Officer and Commissioner of District 4.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for being here. On behalf of the DeKalb County Board of Commissioners, welcome to the 2026 State of the County Address. It is truly an honor to welcome you here today at Assembly Studios as we gather to reflect on where DeKalb County stands today, celebrate the progress we have made together, and look ahead to the opportunities that will shape our future. I want to extend my sincere appreciation to the Council for Quality Growth, the DeKalb Chamber, our sponsors, community partners, my fellow elected officials, which I will name right now, with my Board of Commissioners, starting with my Deputy Presiding Officer, Commissioner Dr. Ladina Bolton from District 7, Commissioner Robert Patrick, District 1, Commissioner Michelle Long-Spears from District 2, Commissioner Nicole Messiah from District 3, Commissioner Marita Davis-Johnson from District 5, and Commissioner Ted Terry from District 6. Along with my fellow elected officials, we have our business leaders, our county staff, and our residents thank you for being here today and for the role each of you play in helping DeKalb continue to grow and thrive. DeKalb County is a place defined by innovation, diversity, resilience, and possibility. Across our communities, we are seeing meaningful investments in economic development, infrastructure, public safety, housing, parks, and quality of life initiatives that touch the lives of every resident every single day. But what makes DeKalb truly special is not just the progress we see, it's the people behind it. It is the partnerships, the leaderships, and the shared commitment to building a county where families can succeed, businesses can grow, and communities can flourish. And while we may not always agree on every issue or every approach, We are united in one important responsibility: ensuring that DeKalb County remains strong, competitive, and prepared for the future. As presiding officer, I am proud of the work of the Board of Commissioners and continued commitment to leading with integrity, accountability, transparency, and purpose. The work of governing is never done alone, and today serves as a reminder that real progress happens when government, business leaders, community organizations, residents work together toward a shared vision. Today is not only an opportunity to hear about the state of our county, it is an opportunity to recognize the momentum we are building together and the possibilities that lie ahead for DeKalb County. Thank you again for being here, for your partnership, and for your continued belief in the future of DeKalb County. At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome the Mayor of the City of Doraville, Mayor Joseph Geierman.
Good afternoon, DeKalb County, and good afternoon, Madam CEO. On behalf of the City of Doraville, the Doraville City Council, and all of our residents, welcome to our city. As we enjoy each other's company here at one of Georgia's most important new job centers, you may not realize that the City of Doraville, where we are today, is over 150 years old. We are one of the oldest cities in DeKalb County, and for over a century and a half, the city has served as a vital piece of the county's mosaic. I love living in a city and believe our residents' closeness to local government is a benefit, but even in cities, we are not independent. We must partner with DeKalb County and work together for the greater good of the whole. I have served as mayor for nearly 7 years, but I must say that the level of partnership I have experienced over the last year and a half has made me feel like the county is on an excellent track. There have been a number of times when we had a question about something or needed help, and a quick call to Martha or Jacob or the CEO has helped resolve issues that in the past might have taken us months or even gone unresolved to solve. Most recently, this was illustrated when the city was trying to get a land disturbance permit for a transformative project we're working on at our city center, right across from the MARTA station. There were multiple county departments involved in permitting the project, and the typical process would have been to bounce the permit back and forth between departments multiple times. The CEO's office was able to get involved and get all of the departments talking to each other at once and remove what could have been months of delay. This is the leadership that DeKalb County needs. Well, I don't have the last sheet of my speech, so I apologize for that. But anyway, I think you got the point that really city and counties need to work together to partner because we are all one DeKalb, and we are lucky to have Madam CEO Lorraine Cochran-Johnson as our leader. I would just also encourage you all to, as you leave, consider coming back because Doraville also has many Michelin-rated restaurants. We also have many great restaurants that aren't Michelin-rated. We have Beaufort Highway Farmers Market where you can get cuisine from around the world. We have Minwa Spirits where you can get soju, Korean white rice liquor that is the best. It's been rated the best in the world. And you can really find the world right here in DeKalb County in the city of Doraville. So with that, I think my time is up, but thank you all for being here again. And I think we're going to have the national anthem. So thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand for the presentation of our nation's colors by the DeKalb County Public Safety Honor Guard, followed by our national anthem performed by Ms. LaShonda Brown.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ms. LaShonda Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the invocation to be delivered by the Reverend Dr. William E. Flippin, Sr., visionary pastor of the Greater Piney Grove Baptist Church.
Good afternoon. It's good to be here. It's wonderful to see friends that we have worked with, prayed with, and we are here in the greatest county in Georgia. Thank you, Madam CEO, for the invitation. I don't take it lightly. I appreciate being here on this National Day of Prayer. Some of you have heard me do this spiel when I do an invocation. When my daughter was about 3 years old, I knelt by the bed, and she knelt next to me to pray. And after about 15 seconds, I didn't hear anything. And so I tapped her, and I said, "Joy, I don't hear anything." And her little eyes opened and looked at me and said, "I ain't talking to you." Let us talk to God. Dear God, we gather today with grateful hearts for DeKalb County. We thank you for its beauty, its vibrant communities, and the rich diversity that strengthens us. We do lift up CEO Lorraine Cochran-Johnson. We acknowledge her hard work. We applaud with gratitude her dedication and the progress made under her leadership. We thank you for her vision and her commitment to improve our county and her impactful work and partnership that even extends beyond the county. Her leadership has led in implementation of improved public safety, addressing crime, improvement with the infrastructure, transportation, and road improvement. We applaud and we thank you, God, for her leadership with economic development, bringing new business and empowerment to those that serve the community. We're grateful that just this week She led the charge to increase the minimum wage rate. We're grateful for her addressing health care for all citizens, especially for our seniors. Her environmental sustainability and green space expansion. We're thankful indeed for the transparency she has brought to our county government. She knows, and we know, that no one can do these things alone. So we pray for the efforts of the commissioners and the entire DeKalb County staff. We pray for their continued wisdom. We pray for their strength. We pray for their unity. We pray for their teamwork as they serve our residents. Now, Lord, we also know there are challenges that are in our county, in our country, and in our world. We do know that everybody does not applaud what's taking place in DeKalb County. We have seen recently in the country and in our communities the ugly head of racism, sexism, classism, misogyny, and just plain meanness. Our state and our nation must band together that we can benefit all people. We pray for solutions to the mammoth housing shortage and continued impact of crime in our neighborhoods, but thank God we have a leader that has addressed the complex urban concerns common to growing communities that inspire us to work together, to innovate and to show compassion for DeKalb, and every person can thrive. In the face of the challenges of running a county government, we may never forget the least, the last, and the lost. May your blessings rest upon DeKalb County, its leaders, and all its citizens. We pray for the food that we shall consume. We pray, oh God, that as we consume it, we will leave this place continuing to get in good trouble. Guide our steps, illuminate our paths, fill us with a spirit of service and hope. We ask all this in the mighty name of our God. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Pastor Flippin. And let's thank LaShonda Brown again for that great rendition of the national anthem. Thank you, LaShonda. We appreciate it. So please, now, everyone, please enjoy your lunch. We're going to continue the program through lunch, so please go ahead and eat. As we prepare for an exciting summer in Metro Atlanta, DeKalb County is already helping set the stage in a major way. Let's take a look at how one of the county's key assets is helping connect people, opportunity, and global attention right here at home.
DeKalb County is home to one of the nation's busiest general aviation airports. As the second most active airport in Georgia, DeKalb Peachtree Airport, or PDK, plays a critical role in supporting major events, from the Super Bowl to international soccer, that bring global attention to Metro Atlanta. For more than 8 decades, PDK has served as a key gateway to the region.
DeKalb Peachtree Airport has a proud and long-standing place in aviation history. Our mission is to meet the growing demands of a premier facility while preserving the rich heritage that has defined decades of success.
Today, PDK is home to more than 400 aircraft and averages more than 550 operations daily.
Cleared for takeoff.
PDK contributes more than $375 million annually to the local economy, supporting more than 2,600 jobs, and generates more than $16 million in tax revenue. Businesses and pilots rely on PDK for fueling, maintenance, training, and charter services. PDK connects the community through air shows, STEM programs, and aviation career events, helping build the next generation of aviation professionals.
DeKalb Peachtree Airport continues to soar, preserving its proud history while driving innovation, opportunity, and economic growth for DeKalb County and the entire region.
PDK is where opportunity takes flight in DeKalb County.
So and now, please welcome to the stage Gerald McDowell, Executive Director of the Atlanta Airport CIDs and the 2026 Chair of the Council for Quality Growth, and Sharice Braxton, Executive Director of Care Coordination and Resource Stewardship at Kaiser Permanente, she is the 2026 Chair of the DeKalb County Chamber of Commerce.
Good afternoon. I'm Gerald McDowell, Executive Director of the ATL Airport Community Improvement Districts and the 2026 Chair of the Council for Quality Growth Board of Directors.
And I would be remiss if I did not say Happy Nurses Week to all of the nurses, my fellow nurses. I am Sharice Braxton. I am the Executive Director of Care Coordination and Resource Stewardship at Kaiser Permanente. And I'm also the 2026 Chair of the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce. I'm proud to stand with an organization that continues to champion the success of our business community in DeKalb County. Thanks to the dedication of our members, our partners, our staff, the Chamber has seen remarkable growth, expanding our reach, deepening our impact, and creating real value for businesses throughout DeKalb County. We are especially grateful for the strong support of our CEO, Lorraine Cochran-Johnson. Thank you so much. Her unwavering commitment to collaboration and economic advancement has been instrumental in helping us move DeKalb forward.
And as Chair of the Board of Directors for the Council for Quality Growth, I'm honored to join you today to celebrate the continued progress and partnerships that drive DeKalb County forward. DeKalb is a model of innovation, resilience, and inclusive growth, and the Council remains committed to supporting policies and investments that sustain that momentum. Together, we can ensure DeKalb continues to thrive as a place where business and community prosper side by side. We are grateful for the leadership of our Madam CEO, Cochran-Johnson, and the entire DeKalb County Board of Commissioners. Let's give them another hand, please. Now, this program today would not be possible without each and every one of you in this room, especially our amazing sponsors. We would like to take a moment to thank them, so please turn your attention to the screens as we recognize them for their support.
Ladies and gentlemen, our presenting sponsors today, Amazon, Discover DeKalb, and the Fulton DeKalb Hospital Authority. Our platinum sponsors are Benchmark Management, Decide DeKalb, Direct Residential, Gas South, and SAK Construction. Our gold sponsors are AECOM, American Medical Response, Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield of Georgia, Assembly CID, Atlas, Brown and Caldwell, CDM Smith, The Collaborative Firm, Comcast, Denton's, East Metro CID, Lula Hills by Edens, Georgia Power, Goodwill of North Georgia, Graham and Associates, Gresham Smith, IDS Global, Jacobs, Commissioner Marita Davis Johnson, Perimeter CIDs, Pond and Company, Reeves Young, Ruby Collins, STV, Tetra Tech, Truist, VHB, Wade Trim, and WSP. Our resource sponsor is the Metropolitan North Georgia Water Planning District and the Atlanta Regional Commission. Our silver and bronze sponsors are listed on the screens and in your programs. We are incredibly grateful for their generous support. Please join us in thanking all of our sponsors for helping make today's event possible. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our first presenting sponsor, Amazon, please welcome Tarita Rogers, Head of Community Affairs for the Georgia region.
Good afternoon. I am going to take a page out of the pastor's book and say, it is so exciting to be here today among so many friends and colleagues. On behalf of Amazon, I bring you greetings on behalf of the more than 30,000 Amazon full and part-time employees in the state of Georgia. And a special note of greetings on behalf of our employees approximately 3 miles down the road at the Doraville facility and the more than 3,000 employees at our Stone Mountain facility. We're just truly excited to be a part of this community, and it is an honor to join you today at the State of DeKalb and to stand alongside so many leaders who are committed to the continued growth and success of this remarkable county. On behalf of Amazon, I would like to thank Madam CEO, who I have known for many, many years, and just truly excited to watch all of the wonderful things that you are doing here in the county. Thank you for your leadership and your continued commitment to this community. You know, DeKalb is a place defined by innovation, talent, and opportunity. It is home to thriving businesses, world-class educational institutions, vibrant neighborhoods, and a growing ecosystem that continues to position this county as a regional hub for commerce, transportation, and logistics. That is why we are proud to invest in this county and in the people who call it home. As a company rooted in moving goods, connecting communities, and powering economic opportunity, we understand how critical infrastructure and logistics are to regional growth. That is why we were proud to support the Georgia Piedmont Technical College in the development of its Regional Transportation and Logistics Center. The center opened in January and is strengthening DeKalb's position in the supply chain economy, while also creating pathways to careers for residents. Our commitment, however, goes beyond operations and infrastructure. We believe that corporate citizenship means showing up, listening, and partnering and helping to create pathways to opportunity. Through our education and workforce development initiatives, Amazon programs have reached more than 90,000 students and 2,000 teachers in the state of Georgia. An example of what that looks like here in DeKalb County, we proudly sponsored STEM camps that are preparing local people for the careers of the future. Students are gaining hands-on experience with emerging technologies. Technologies such as 3D printing, drone operations, and coding. All of these things that are shaping tomorrow's workforce. Through partnerships with the DeKalb Chamber and GPTC, we've also supported initiatives that encourage entrepreneurship through pitch competitions that give emerging small business leaders the opportunity to share their ideas, to access resources, and to build connections that can help turn their vision into global businesses. Programs like these are important because innovation is not limited to boardrooms or major corporations. It's also happening in our neighborhoods and in our classrooms, and very much so in our communities. These investments matter because today's students and entrepreneurs are tomorrow's engineers, business owners, content creators, and civic leaders. And as DeKalb County continues to grow, it is critical that this growth includes opportunities for everyone, in every zip code and every community. And that work requires partnership. So, we look forward to continuing our collaboration alongside Madam CEO, DeKalb leaders, fellow business leaders, educators, nonprofits, and the Council for Quality Growth to help ensure that DeKalb County and indeed Georgia remain competitive and connected for generations to come. The future of DeKalb is bright, and Amazon is proud to be a part of that journey. Today's theme is the Matrix, and Madam CEO, I just want to let you know that Amazon also delivers to the Matrix. See you there.
Our thanks to Tarita Rogers, and thank you, Amazon. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the video screens for a very special message from our next presenting sponsor, Discover DeKalb.
The whole thing of getting ready for a fight is physical, it's spiritual. Oftentimes you'll find yourself in the middle of a storm, but heart problem is the last thing on my mind.
In any of the cities that I've been to, I've never seen a strip or a corridor like Buford Highway before.
It is the original home to Atlanta's international community. It was the original destination. It's fair to say that Buford Highway was the Ellis Island certainly for the Spanish-speaking diaspora, Koreans, and the Korean Chinese community.
All right, if you're here to play, let's play. Come on. I can see you in the next practices.
I can't be on that team.
This is community soccer. It's free for kids. They still think we're kids. You played football at the refugee camp?
Yes, every day. They all wanted him on their team.
I train at Sugarbird Boxing Academy in DeKalb, Georgia. I've been working with Bert doing the amateurs and working with the pros and stuff, and it felt like I was able to keep up with them, but I just constantly kept getting sick. Everything felt harder than what it was supposed to be.
I'd come on and said, something's not right. Now we can't hit that next gear. That was a red flag for me.
It's a very linear, community, but it also goes wide.
It really is a cultural hodgepodge. You have a lot of Latin Americans, Asians, all just kind of mixing together in the heart of the South and in Georgia. And, it's interesting to see how everybody just gets along.
Soccer's like a religion around here. I've been playing since we got here. And that was 8 years ago.
And why aren't you better?
Oh, it's like that.
I'm 25, I'm working out 3 times a day. Heart problems should be the last thing on the radar.
It's evident that immigrants and Buford Highway is a reflection of why this nation is so amazing.
Our thanks to Discover DeKalb. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, on behalf of our final presenting sponsor, Javon Gibson, Chief Executive Officer of the Fulton DeKalb Hospital Authority.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? I don't know how I feel about being last again, but we're going to roll with it. I do want to say, though, I typically have some say as to what my walkout music is. This time it sounded like it was house music. That was not my choice. I was leaning a little bit more towards T.I., but, you know, we'll take that. Listen, again, my name is CEO Javon Gibson. I am the CEO of the Fulton DeKalb Hospital Authority. I want to say on behalf of my Board of Trustees, my chair, Bernard Taylor, who is here, thank you to Madam CEO Lorraine Cochran-Johnson for another opportunity to support this amazing event. I also want to thank the distinguished members of the DeKalb Board of Commissioners and our distinguished guests for coming here again today, for an opportunity to honor the incredible work that's happening in this county. We are super excited about the partnership, our continued partnership to do amazing work. Now, for those of you who've seen me do this a couple of times, you know, I like to keep you honest. And I know that you guys like data and analytics, you like statistics, so I got a couple for you. And I don't have a back page, and I don't have 4 pages, so I don't run no jeopardy of me losing this. That's all I got. Many of you may know that the Fulton DeKalb Hospital Authority, in partnership with our partners at Grady, your Board of Commissioners, and the Fulton County Board of Commissioners were able to build 2 new facilities here in the county. Give yourselves a round of applause for the Flat Shoals and the Candler facilities. So I'm going to play a little game with you. I'm just going to say numbers, and then I'll tell you what those numbers mean. And you may or may not know what those numbers mean. Okay? So, 13. 13 is the number of new exam rooms in each of those facilities that offer CT, mammography, and ultrasound screening in support of prevention services. 77 is the percentage of utilization for the Candler location. We're at 77% utilization in less than a year of being open. $97 is the percentage of utilization for the Flat Shoals location. We are almost at capacity. I got another number for you. So that's the stuff that is associated with the work that we do together in collaboration with CEO Cochran-Johnson and the county commissioners. 80. 80 is the number or the percentage of factors that inform health outcomes that are outside of hospital walls. 20. 20 is the percentage of factors that inform health outcomes inside hospital walls. Again, 80 is the percentage of factors that inform health outcomes that are outside hospital walls. Javon, are you upset about the fact that we build hospitals? Absolutely. Access to care is incredibly critical. 7. 7 is the amount of miles between neighborhoods that may be socially and economically disenfranchised and neighborhoods that have all the resources they could possibly need or want. 20. 20 is the difference, the number of years, the difference in the number of years of life expectancy for the people who live in those neighborhoods. 7 miles apart, 20 years difference in life expectancy. So, question for you. Many of you have heard about the invisible line. I want to contend that invisible lines live everywhere. When you have the intersection of race, class, socioeconomics, there are people that sit in the center of that intersection. And those people are influenced by all of those different factors every single day. 7 miles, 20 years. Graphically for you. 2 children, both yours. I don't know, you're serving your country, you're off somewhere and you had 2 different wives and they live in 2 different neighborhoods. Or you're just a very zealous individual. Don't worry about it. There's no judgment here. Stop it. Stop it. I see judgment. Stop it. Now, 2 individuals. kindergarten, high school, maybe college. Oh, I'm in love, married, children. Gone. Grandchildren. Grandchildren get older. Which one of your kids are you comfortable with losing to 20 years? So as always, I'll leave you with a challenge. Every sector that informs those outcomes is in this room right now. I will tell you what I told the Fulton County Board of Commissioners. Whatever zip code you are in, wherever you sit on the 7 mile, on that 7 mile difference, you have a job to do. Figure out where you fit in. Partner with us. Help us to correct this. I heard the term diversity multiple times. Isn't it ironic that we live in a dispensation of time where that term diversity can actually be a weakness? It remains a strength for me. I hope it remains a strength for you. Let's be about doing this important work. I happen to know that Madam CEO is championing this work. She has been a stalwart supporter of me from day one, and she doesn't know she was one of the first people I got to meet in my first day in my first year in office as the CEO. She welcomed me, she encouraged me, she advised me, and for that I'll be eternally grateful, Madam CEO. But to you, as you eat your food, what part will you do? What part will you play? Do not get comfortable in your zip code. Thanks.
Thanks to Javon Gibson and Fulton DeKalb Hospital Authority. We'd like to thank all our presenting sponsors. And the Council for Quality Growth is proud to support the work of the Metro North Georgia Water Planning District. At this time, please welcome Danny Johnson, Managing Director of Natural Resources for the Atlanta Regional Commission.
Good afternoon, everybody. What a powerful message. What a powerful message. Holy cow. Thanks for everybody. Thank you for the introduction, and thanks again for having the opportunity to speak about one of our most essential resources and to share the news that the Metropolitan North Georgia Water Planning District is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year. We've accomplished a lot in those 25 years. We've been bringing together more than 100 local governments to plan for our region's water future. To meet the ever-evolving challenges of our region, the district is beginning a major update to our regional water plan this year. We'll continue working closely with regional stakeholders to update our forecasts, evaluate the policies for the region, and ensure that we're stewarding our limited resources responsibly. We have many ways for you to participate in the plan update process, so please don't hesitate to reach out to the district staff and let us know how you can get involved. Let us help you get involved with the process. While data centers dominate recent headlines, we have many other critical issues that we'll be working to including aging infrastructure and stormwater management. But since we're here in DeKalb County, let me take the opportunity to brag on the county a little bit. DeKalb is making a historic, decade-long investment in water infrastructure and remediation, a commitment that is visible in the active construction happening across these streets every day. This level of dedication sets a powerful example for other jurisdictions in our region, demonstrating what bold investment in infrastructure means for residents' quality of life. Simply put, DeKalb County is a model partner, one whose forward-thinking commitment to its residents is well worth celebrating. In recent years, our partnership with DeKalb has grown into something truly remarkable. Through open and consistent communication, we've built a collaboration that is stronger today than ever before. And before I conclude, I'd like to say thank you to Madam CEO Cochran-Johnson, who serves on both the Metro Water District Planning Board and the ARC Board. Thank you so much. Your dedicated leadership and service are deeply appreciated. Finally, I'd like to remind everybody to use water wisely. We are still in a level 1 statewide drought, despite the recent rains. We actually need way more of this type of rain over these next few months to get out of our current drought situation. So please do your part, and thank you again, and enjoy the program.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Martha Ravello, Chief of Intergovernmental Affairs of DeKalb County.
Hello, DeKalb County and friends. Welcome. My name is Martha Ravello, and I serve as your Chief of Intergovernmental Affairs, and it is truly a pleasure to welcome you all here today. Gatherings like this remind us of the importance of partnership, public service, and the collective responsibility we have to strengthen our communities here in DeKalb. We are here because progress does not happen in isolation. It happens when leaders at every level of government, education, public safety, and civic life come together with a shared commitment to serve our residents here in DeKalb. Before we continue with what we have in store for you, I would like to take a moment to recognize and thank the many elected and appointed officials who are here with us today and continue to serve the residents of DeKalb County. Please stand as I call you and be recognized. Representatives from offices of U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff and Congressman Hank Johnson, present here today, please stand. To our state legislative delegation, including our state senators and our state representatives, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Thank you for all the work that you do under the Gold Dome. To our neighboring county chairwomen and men, please stand and be recognized. Hi, Chairwoman. To all the mayors and city council members representing every city across DeKalb County, please stand. Thank you for all your leadership and collaboration, and I can honestly say we've never been closer like we are today. We're grateful for the presence of our service of our constitutional officers. Please stand and be recognized. This includes the Sheriff's Office, Marshal, Clerk of the Superior Court, Probate Court, Tax Commissioners, District Attorney, and Solicitor General. To our Chief Judges, well, we just recognized you all. And our DeKalb County Board of Education, please stand and be recognized. We have a full house today. And if I have not recognized you, please stand at this time and be recognized. Okay? Would everyone please join in thanking all the public servants for their leadership, sacrifice, and commitment. Thank you. And now I will turn it over to my colleague, Deanna.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Deanna Smith, and I'm the Chief Communications Officer for DeKalb County and a proud member of the CEO's Cabinet. This afternoon's theme is simple but powerful. Believe the unbelievable. Because in DeKalb County, we are challenging the idea that government has to move slowly, think small, or accept the limits of what has always been. This administration has chosen to think bigger, move bolder, and reimagine what is possible for the people of this county. Under the leadership of a woman who has spent her career breaking barriers and redefining leadership. As the first African-American woman elected to serve as CEO of DeKalb County, Madam CEO Lorraine Cochran-Johnson has brought a bold vision, fresh energy, and an unwavering commitment to moving this county forward. So this afternoon, Before she takes the stage, we wanted to bring that vision to life in a way that is creative, unexpected, and hopefully unforgettable. Inspired by The Matrix, this cinematic masterpiece, if I must say so myself, follows our CEO and our cabinet as we accept the mission and activate phase 2 of reimagining DeKalb. And as we continue to work to transform DeKalb County and prove that innovation, urgency, and visionary leadership can exist in government. Because the future belongs to those who are willing to believe the unbelievable. Please direct your attention to the screens.
Thank you all so much for joining me. As you know, DeKalb County is at a critical moment in history. We stand at the intersection of greatness. We are turning the corner into our best years. But if we're to reach our full potential, it is going to require work. We prepared some documents for I was saying, for phase 2, I believe, hold just a moment. Hello?
Madam CEO?
Yes?
I need you to leave the room. It's time for your next assignment. We are beginning phase 2 of DeKalb Reimagined.
Just a minute.
Is everything okay? Welcome, Madam CEO. You have 2 options. Before you are 2 electronic buttons. If you pick the blue one, you may relax and allow the county to run itself. If you choose the red one, you will do what's right for the county and continue your legacy and save the 2026 master plans from those that seek to hinder progress. Remember, the choice is yours, Madam CEO. See you soon, Madam CEO.
CEO. CEO, is everything okay?
The mission has begun.
She's accepted the mission.
That was sharp.
Stop them now.
Hello?
Hey there, CEO. Transporting you to the White Room now.
We meet again, CEO Lorraine Cochran-Johnson.
What's going on? Where are we?
This is the moment of truth. Those men back there are a tool of the Matrix. They're trying to keep the county from reaching its full potential. Your assignment will not be easy. Your job is to change the course of South and East DeKalb while supporting the 12 cities. As you know, you have accomplished far beyond what we thought possible the first year, but you are just getting started.
There's still much to do. Imagine 4380 Memorial Drive, a mixed-use location of government operations transformed with shopping, food, and affordable housing. Or how about South DeKalb Mall, reimagined with new housing, shopping, dining, and modern renovations. Can't forget about Candler Crossing Shopping Center, featuring a new 50,000 square foot Publix retail space. We also have to mention the reimagined Entrenchment Creek Park Vision. This beautiful 78-acre property will feature a state-of-the-art pavilion, playground, pickleball courts, tennis courts, basketball courts, trails for biking, and a radio-controlled airfield for model airplane enthusiasts. Last but not least, Lucius Sanders Recreation Center, where we're looking into adding a 24,000 square foot facility with a multi-court gym, fitness studio, and technology lab.
But the job's not done yet. The 2026 plans you've worked so hard to create have been stolen. Stolen by the Matrix.
No.
It'll take an incredible team of professionals to save them.
The cabinet is coming, sir.
Take care of it. Any keys or loose change?
Holy smoke!
We need backup!
Sir, we're here. We need to get you and the plans to the White Room.
I'm out.
Me too.
This is getting good. Oh, my. Simon? Oh, right. He took the plane to the White Room. I'm packing you in now. Copy that.
Time to save the county.
Looking for this? Good luck.
That's what you don't understand. In order to save this county, it takes vision, a skilled team, some focus, and something to sign with. DeKalb County Plan approved. It's time to execute. Thank you all so much for coming out to celebrate with us our second DeKalb County State of the County.
Before I get started, I want to take a moment to recognize the partners who've helped make this afternoon possible. First, please join me in giving a tremendous thank you to our presenting sponsor, Amazon, to Discover DeKalb, and also Fulton DeKalb Hospital Authority, whose support made today's program, as well as that incredible cinematic masterpiece, possible. We're grateful not only for your support of this event, but for your continued investment in DeKalb County and your belief in where we are going. I'd also like to recognize our video sponsor, Quinn Moco, for your amazing work and your professionalism. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here, and also I hope you guys took advantage of that incredible opportunity as you walked in. To all of our sponsors, your partnership truly matters, and we truly appreciate your commitment to the county and to this community. At this time, I'd like to ask all of our sponsors to please stand and be recognized for one final time this evening. Only through your support are we able to bring over 850 people together on an annual basis simply to celebrate the work that has been done here in DeKalb County. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize the members of our Board of Commissioners, as well as our mayors. To the Board of Commissioners, it's an honor to serve alongside each and every one of you. We have come so far, and I am so excited about where we're going. As a governing authority, we are building better infrastructure, we're building better processes, and we're building housing better. Our development across the county has truly taken off. So, communities, as we reflect at this time, I'd like to give each of you a little bit of a token. You're receiving a paperweight because leadership carries weight. The decisions you make, the votes you cast, the constituents you serve, they all carry weight. So let this paperweight be a reminder that what we do matters. That the work is serious, and that DeKalb County is counting on every one of us to show up with the gravity of the moment that is required at that time. To our mayors, you are leaders who are deeply committed, and you play a critical role in helping move this county forward. While you may not always, or we may not always agree, particularly on annexations, we are united in our commitment to serve, to lead, and to deliver results for the people of this county. Thank you for your service, and also thank those of you who are here and beyond for your partnership. Please stand to be acknowledged at this time. I'd like to say that no one does this work alone. And I'm fortunate to have a cabinet that is deeply committed to helping me reimagine DeKalb County and create the atmosphere that we all know is possible. I'm proud to serve alongside my Chief of Staff, Dr. G. Leah Davis, our Chief Operating Officer, Zachary Williams, our Chief of Economic Development, Jacob Vallow, our Chief Housing Officer, Dr. Alan Ferguson, our Chief of Governmental Affairs, Martha Ravello, and our Chief Communications Officer, Deanna Smith. You guys are a remarkable team of hardworking people who show up each and every day, and I truly could not do this work without you. Thank you for your leadership and your unwavering commitment to this county. I also want to recognize our departmental directors and our DeKalb County government employees.
because without you, none of what I'm about to share would be possible. You are the individuals doing the work every single day, serving our residents, supporting our business, and helping us turn vision into reality. If you are a departmental director or an employee of DeKalb County and you are here at this time, please stand to be recognized. You are truly the essence of DeKalb County. Thank you so much for your service. I'd also like to take a moment to acknowledge my Metro Atlanta chairs, with whom I work extremely closely. I'd like to acknowledge Rob Pitts from Fulton County, Lisa Cupid from Cobb County, Nicole Love Hendrickson from Gwinnett County, Dr. Alika Anderson Henry from Clayton County, Carlotta Harrell from Henry County, Janice Van Ness from Rockdale County, and last but not least, Dr. Ramona Jackson Jones from Douglas County. Thank you all. It's truly a pleasure serving alongside each of you, and it's so ironic, we happen to be such a strong group of women plus Rob Pitts. I'd also like to acknowledge the former elected officials of DeKalb County, because it is an honor to recognize those who have come before me. Manuel Maloof, Liana Levitan, Vernon Jones, Burl Ellis, Michael Thurman, and Interim CEO Lee May. Please stand to be recognized. I want to thank each of you for the wisdom, for the support, and also for your service to the people of DeKalb County. And last but not least, to my family, to my husband, William, to my daughter, Zion, who makes a special appearance only at this event it appears each year, and also to my beloved Aunt Annie that I will carry around like a pocketbook. You guys stand up. And I have to say thank you for being my refuge and thank you for being my safe space. I love you and I appreciate you. Now, back to business. Good afternoon. The video you just experienced was creative, it was bold, and it was probably even a little unexpected. But it was also intentional. Because at the core, the story is about something that is far deeper. It is about choice, and it's about what becomes possible when you are dedicated to achieving a goal. It is about a mindset that says we are not confined by what we have been. We're not limited by what people expect, and we are not waiting for change to happen. We are leading it. And as an administration, we've been intentional about how we do that. Because we know this, the future of DeKalb County is not something government builds alone. It is something we build together. So this afternoon, I invite you to do something simple but also very powerful. To look at DeKalb County not through the lens of the past, but through the lens of what is actually happening here. Because in DeKalb County today, we are not just reimagining what's possible, we are delivering. And that requires all of us to believe the unbelievable. When I first came into office, one of my top priorities was addressing crime. It immediately became apparent we needed a centralized, real-time technology hub to support our law enforcement. And in a world where transformation and information is transformed instantly, where decisions must be made in seconds, that matters. So I decided,
If we're going to truly reimagine DeKalb, we had to reimagine public safety. So we got to work. We studied best practices across the country. We partnered with experts, and with the support of the Board of Commissioners, we invested over $30 million in crime prevention. And that's a reason to applaud. And in less than a year, we launched a comprehensive digital shield initiative that included a real-time crime center that brings data and intelligence together, a drone first responder program, strategically placed license plate readers, and a growing network of cameras across our business community, all working together to improve policing, reduce response times, and enhance safety across our county. And we're being intentional, focusing resources in high crime areas because every community deserves to feel safe. Public safety affects economic development, it affects our property values, and it affects our quality of life. And we are already seeing results. We've seen over a 300% increase in police recruitment in DeKalb County since taking office in 2025. Officer retention is also up 98%. Gone are the days when in 4 years we lost 385 officers. And crime is down. 11% in violent crimes and 25% less in property crime. And let me share what that looks like in real life. DeKalb is proud to partner with our business community on public safety. I received a call from a local business owner operating in a high crime zone because it had become difficult for him to receive premise liability insurance. So we stepped in. We increased patrols, we strengthened code enforcement, and deployed targeted strategies to reduce crime. At the same time, he leaned in as well. He became a partner, and he invested in advanced robotic surveillance technology to support our officers and our courts. Together, we are changing the trajectory of that corridor. Crime is now down in that area in double digits, and today that property is monitored in real time 24 hours a day. Avi Wolf, thank you for your partnership, and I know you're somewhere out there. Please stand to be acknowledged. As you walked in, you may have experienced Avi's robotic dogs, but those dogs actually monitor and provide real-time footage. Now that is what it looks like when government and businesses come together with a purpose. But safety is just not the foundation. Strong communities are centered by economic development. So we had to ask ourselves honestly, what would it look like if DeKalb County created an environment where businesses don't just come, they stay, they expand, and they thrive? So we got to work. We strengthened our partnership with Decide DeKalb Development Authority and became intentional about how and where we grow. Growth that creates jobs. Growth that supports small businesses. Growth that reaches every corner of this county, not just a few. Because I refuse to have a DeKalb that becomes known as a tale of two cities. A recent study by Raj Chidi at Harvard University found that Metro Atlanta ranks last amongst the 50 largest regions in upward economic mobility. That means if you live in Atlanta, the metro area, where you're born, your economic condition is the hardest to come up from. Where you're born should not determine your economic outcome. Your zip code should not be more important than your genetic code. So here's what I believe. DeKalb is not lacking in opportunity. We are rich in assets. We are home to one of the busiest airports in the world, Peachtree DeKalb Airport. We have a strong workforce, and we have 9 colleges and universities. The question was never whether we could win. The question was whether we would position ourselves to. And today we are. We made a strategic decision to purchase 4380 Memorial Drive after 28 years of renting and investing $28 million in rent. And yes, we even paid for capital improvements, and we paid ourselves the taxes. We are now investing in key corridors to shape what development looks like in our community. It's about creating new possibilities and a future that changes the entire area. And we're not stopping there. We're addressing food deserts in our most vulnerable communities and laying the foundation for complete revitalization. At Candler Crossing, we are seeing that vision come to life. New investment, new energy, and new anchors like a 56,000 square foot Publix retail center located at Glenwood and Candler Road. This development, it truly demonstrates confidence and revitalization, and it also brings new hope to the community. And that is what progress truly looks like. Because when you begin to shift a mindset, when people start to believe something different about a place, investment will follow, opportunity follows, and also momentum follows. Now, let me be clear. We are making intentional decisions about land use and infrastructure and how we support our business community. Because economic development is not just about buildings, it is about people. DeKalb's trajectory is changing. The corridors are changing. And the future of economic development in DeKalb County is not something we are waiting on. It is something we are actively building right now. And as we talk about growth, as we talk about investment, as we talk about the future, we must also talk about the foundation that makes all of this possible: infrastructure. Because the truth is, you cannot build a thriving county on a failing system. And when I came into office, we had to confront something head on. For too long, we had deferred the very investments that sustain a community. The systems people rely on every single day: water, sewer, infrastructure, beneath our feet. They needed more than maintenance. They needed transformation. So we ask ourselves, what would it look like if we stopped managing the problem and actually solved it? What would it look like if we made the kind of investments that doesn't just fix today, but secures the next generation? Because I am concerned about those who will come behind me. And the answer was clear. We had to go big. In our first 90 days, we launched a $4.7 billion water infrastructure plan, the largest infrastructure investment in the history of DeKalb County and one of the largest in the state of Georgia. That is not incremental change. That is transformation. Because here is the reality. Infrastructure is easy to ignore until it fails. And by then, it's too late. Now, let me be clear. It was not an easy decision to increase our water rates. It took courage. No one celebrates raising rates. And I understand that for many families, every dollar matters. Because growth requires compassion
and it also requires care. We are no longer shifting blame. We are owning our condition, and we are making the hard decisions. The decisions leaders make when they care more about people than politics. That is why we launched the Water Rate Assistance Program that is known as RAP, to ensure residents who need assistance have access to it. We have reached more than 250,000 residents through direct mail communications, our billing statements, and our DeKalb Dispatch newsletter. Because this is not about creating a burden, it is about building a future. And that future must include everyone. And if we are serious about reimagining DeKalb, then we must be willing to do what others have avoided. And we are already seeing progress. Projects are now beginning to move forward, and planning is underway. And for the first time in a long time, there is a clear, funded path forward. And that is who we are becoming. A county that understands that if we are going to build the future, we must invest in it. Not later, but right now. And while infrastructure is about what supports a county, housing is about who a county supports. Because at the end of the day, this work is not just about systems, it's about people. It's about whether a mother knows where her children will sleep at night, whether a senior on a fixed income can remain in the home they've lived in for decades, whether a working family can afford to stay in a community that they have helped sustain. And across this county and right here in DeKalb, housing has become one of the most urgent challenges we face. We are facing a national housing shortage. Home prices have surged. Many of us in this room, if we sold our homes, we couldn't afford to buy them back. Rents have increased drastically. And for many families, the American dream has become a dream deferred. In fact, a study I commissioned showed that for someone earning minimum wage in Metro Atlanta, if you sought to purchase or rent a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, in Metro Atlanta, you would need to work 140 hours a week if you earn minimum wage. That is not sustainable, nor is it acceptable. So in DeKalb County, we made a decision. Housing will not be an afterthought, it is a priority. And for the first time, yes, that's a reason to applaud. And for the first time in DeKalb County's history, we have a Chief Housing Officer, Dr. Alan Ferguson. Thank you for joining us. Because if we are serious about solving this challenge, it requires leadership. It requires focus, and it also requires a comprehensive strategy. And under his leadership, we are taking a conglomerate approach. We're expanding access, we're increasing supply, we are stabilizing communities and creating real pathways to long-term housing security. That means increasing and preserving affordable housing, activating underutilized land, and also making investments that bring new housing online. But it also means protecting the housing we already have so we're not losing affordability faster than we can create it. It means providing access to financial literacy, supporting home ownership, creating pathways for families to not just find housing, but to build stability and wealth. Because in America, in certain communities, 80% of wealth is directly linked to home ownership. If you own no home, often you have no wealth. Home ownership is transformative. So to support home ownership here in DeKalb County, we teamed with NACA, the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America. Yes, we held 2 different 3-day housing events. During these events, we processed over 7,000 individuals, and we created more than 900 new homeowners. And that's a reason to applaud. And let me say that we are just getting started. We're also focusing on stabilization, preventing displacement and homelessness, supporting seniors and veterans and working families who are at risk of losing their homes. Because keeping people housed is not just as important as building new homes. And for those already experiencing housing instability, we are building solutions that meet the moment. We created DeKalb County's first 400-bed emergency shelter. And thank you to the Board of Commissioners for making housing and housing stability a true priority. We also opened DeKalb's first 60-unit rapid housing project at Park 500, which DeKalb has an ownership interest in. Gone are the days when we pass along our funds to other organizations and we're leasing from you. We will purchase and we will identify service providers who will manage our assets, because DeKalb County is building a portfolio. And we're currently pursuing an innovative approach to convert extended stay hotels into safe, private housing. And to several properties that are out there in DeKalb that have been less than what you ought to be, we are taking legal action to reimagine blighted properties that have stood as symbols of neglect in vulnerable communities for too long. We are coming for you. We're creating a continuum of care that moves people from uncertainty to stability, to opportunity. And we are just getting started. We're just getting started. Now, let me be clear. This is complex work, and there are no quick fixes. We're also investing in quality of life in DeKalb County, including strategic investments in our parks and recreation. We're creating spaces where families can connect, like the newly designed Entrenchment Creek Park. We're also strengthening our libraries and ensuring they remain hubs for learning and also for opportunity. And we're reimagining code compliance. We expanded operations from 8 to 5 to 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. because we understood that many violations occur after hours. So we now have 2 shifts. We have 2. And the results speak for themselves. In 2024, before I took office, we were averaging that year 60 citations per month. Today, we're averaging 260 per month. Judge Burl Anderson, I can remember when she showed up and said, we need more judges. So we have expanded our municipal court from 2 days per week to 4. So we have a message for you in DeKalb. You will be a responsible homeowner. You will take care of your property. And where necessary, we will lean in. We will assist you. But you must make yourselves known, because you will be a good neighbor. You will be a good neighbor in DeKalb. Also, we removed more than 30,000 dump tires and created a tire dumping task force that has resulted in the arrest of 10 suspects. And they're more than suspects, because now we have the visual technology. When we get you, we know who you are. And these 10 individuals have been responsible for some of DeKalb County's most egregious mass tire dumping. We're also removing blight. We have demolished a total of 246 homes since 2019. And as a matter of fact, for 8 weeks in a row, each Friday we demolished a home, the media doesn't even bother to show up anymore. But that's okay, because the work continues. And that is what transformation looks like. And we are doing it together. Code compliance, if you're present here today, and Director Clark, Director Hardy, please stand to be recognized. The removal of blight is essential to creating quality of life in good communities. And we're also strengthening our partnership with DeKalb County Schools, because the future of the community is sitting in a classroom somewhere right now. It's not those of us who are in this room, it is the children. And if we are serious about where we're going, we must be equally serious about who we are preparing, and that's the next generation. And yes, we're also tackling something we all experience every day: traffic. Now, I know right now it may feel like there are cones, constructions, and detours everywhere. But we also know that in DeKalb County for a long time you did not see the resurfacing of roads. You did not see these investments taking place. But what we are building today is a more connected, more accessible tomorrow for DeKalb County. And while we've talked about what you can see, the projects, the investments, and also the progress, there is another part of this work that you don't always see. But it is just as important, and that is how government operates. Because here's the truth: you can't deliver exceptional results with outdated systems. And you cannot build trust without transparency and consistency and a dedicated, educated workforce. So early on, we made a decision in my very first budget to do an external audit. And I want to say, if we're going to reimagine DeKalb, we had to reimagine government itself. Through a comprehensive organizational assessment, we evaluated departments and their processes and performance across DeKalb County. And I want to say that was not about finger pointing, but to identify opportunities. Opportunities to improve, opportunities to streamline, and also to align work with our priorities. From that work, we now have a clear path forward. We are building a more intentional, strategic government, one guided by planning, not reaction. We're also investing in the tools that make government easier to navigate. We have created dashboards all across DeKalb County, and boy, do I love a dashboard. And these were done for all of our consumer-facing departments, because I realize that DeKalb County is a provider of essential services. These all dashboards have key performance indicators in DeKalb, KPIs, that we can easily access to determine how work is being completed. And we have selected Oracle as our new technology solution for planning and sustainability. And I'm very excited about that for our business community, because you have said in many instances it has been too difficult to do business. So hold on, because the solution is at hand. And we'll also invest a little over $6.7 million to overhaul our permitting and planning. We invested $8 million to update NextGen 911 to provide real-time communication between our 911 operators, our callers, and our police officers, so that residents and businesses have more efficient, more responsive experiences. And also it makes our officers more prepared when they arrive on site. We've also transformed how we communicate, because information is not a luxury, it is a responsibility when you are a government. We're working closely with the media. We're ensuring access, clarity, and also consistency. And in 2025, we generated over 450 press releases. We had over 1 million weekly newsletter views, and we continued to invest in DCTV because most people will watch what they won't read. So we're going to give it to you the way you want it. And that's a reason to applaud. So residents can see and hear directly from their government. And the results speak for themselves. We are reaching more residents than ever before. We're engaging more consistently than ever before. DCTV has won more than 200 national and regional awards, including a prestigious Emmy right here in our DeKalb. And you didn't even know that. And the momentum is building. Later this month, we'll find out if the team brings home its 6th Emmy nomination, another big win, a reflection of the quality and the commitment of our team. To Diamond Lewis and the entire team, thank you. Your work is seen, it is valued, and it is also making a difference in DeKalb County. And one of the most significant achievements is our new county website, a complete transformation. We eliminated over 14,000 broken links. I didn't know there could be so many, but we did. And we did that to create a more accessible, more transparent, and easier to navigate website. Because in today's world, your website is your director of first impressions. And every resident deserves to be greeted by a website that is functional, welcoming, and that is also clear. But perhaps the most important shift is how we communicate as a unified voice. And with that comes accountability. We're establishing service expectations. We are measuring performance, and we are also tracking outcomes. Because if you cannot measure it, you cannot improve it. And we are committed to that continuous improvement. Now, this work may not always be visible. You may not see it, but you should feel it. You feel it when services are delivered more efficiently, when communication is clear, when government responds, when trust begins to build. And as we've worked to reimagine DeKalb County, we've also been clear about something else. Leadership does not happen in isolation. Real progress requires partnership, it requires alignment, collaboration, and at times advocacy. This year we have been intentional about strengthening relationships across every level of government, with our mayors, with our city council members across our 12 cities, creating space for collaboration and forward-thinking dialogue. Because when our cities are strong, DeKalb County is stronger. And with our legislative delegation, we have worked to ensure that the needs of the residents are represented at the state capitol. Because yes, and thank you all for being here today. Because there's a lot going on down at the state capitol. Because decisions that are made outside the county have real impact inside the county. And when issues arise that impact the county, we will always do what is required to advocate for our residents, to protect our communities, and to ensure that DeKalb's voice is heard and represented. So as we close today, I want to take you back to where we started. That moment, that experience, that story. Because at its core, it was not just about creativity. It was about a choice. A choice between something that is real and what could be seen, and a choice between seeing things as they are or seeing things as they can be. A choice between accepting limitations and challenging them. A choice between what feels familiar and what becomes possible when vision meets bold action. In DeKalb County, we are choosing possibility. Now I know not everything is perfect. Not everything is finished, and not every day is easy. But progress is not about perfection. It is about direction. It's about direction. And I can say with confidence, the direction of DeKalb County is forward. There will be moments when the work feels challenging, when progress feels slow, when we are navigating construction both literally and figuratively, but we are moving forward with purpose. We are building capacity, and that requires commitment, a commitment to investing in this county, a commitment to showing up for this county, a commitment to building a future that reflects the very best of who we are and who we are becoming. Because that is how transformation happens. Not all at once, but step by step, decision by decision, investment by investment, until one day, what once felt unbelievable becomes a reality. In DeKalb County, we are not waiting for what's possible. We are building it. I want to say thank you. May God bless you, and may God bless DeKalb County. Thank you for attending our 2026 State of the County. Thank you to our commissioners. Thank you to everyone that works alongside us to make today possible. You are truly appreciated, and you are loved. I love DeKalb County. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. Frankie and I are going to the Matrix for DeKalb County. Thank you for being with us today.
On behalf of the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce and our Board of Directors, thank you for being here with us today. This was a very pleasant lunch, and we look forward to our continued partnership. So enjoy your afternoon.